Alright, I'm back again, and it's been a hot minute since I've done a video because I had a CV axle going out in the car, and it was shaking so bad that it just wasn't worth trying to do a video. Got that fixed, as you can obviously tell. It's mostly taken care of. But there's two things I want to cover. Our neighbors up north in Canada are having some turmoils. Apparently, there's a lot of people getting pissed off about the mandates and whatnot. And I'm not going to criticize them because, quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of government overreach myself. But they are stepping up, trying to arrest the truckers and whatnot if they don't just break it off. They are pretty much peacefully assembled. So any government that is using force to prevent someone from voicing their concerns about the actions of the government, basically saying, hey, we don't like this, we consider it tyranny, to use additional government overreach, that tells me that I probably would be wise to question the overall legitimacy of that government. And the way they're handling it. Now, with Justin Trudeau, he seems to be not just doubling down, but tripling down hardcore. So that, I don't foresee that ending well for him. If he don't reconsider, I would say his political career will be over very shortly. The other thing is, right now, our leadership in Washington seems to be, for lack of a better term, hell-bent on getting us into war with Russia. I don't, and for all the things I didn't like about Trump, I think he had it right when it came to, I'm nosing, I think he had it right when it came to how to handle Russia. We should try to have a peaceful but diplomatic relationship with them. They're going to push their boundaries, especially with some of the cronies in charge there, like Putin, and I'm going to call that the way I see it. But we do need, we just can't afford to be at war with the world. And that's what will happen if we try to go against Russia. We would have to have the entire world on our side. And what we don't realize is a lot of Europe is dependent on Russian oil, Russian fuel. They're not going to want to go fight too hard against Russia. We saw what happened how their prices shot up when Russia just trickled their fuel and everything. Do you think China's going to side with us? And how many of those countries in the Middle East will side with us? I hate to say that the United States would go it alone against Russia, but by and large, I'm pretty well convinced we would be going it alone against Russia. And we can't afford that, especially not right now with everything going on with the, what was it for January, 7.5% or 7.8% inflation. Gas prices shooting up. Past week they've gone up like 20 cents, anywhere from 15 to 20 cents, depending on where you stop. I don't know why that crash truck is going that way, because I know where the ambulance was headed, and that's a completely different jurisdiction. That's weird. But yeah, that's not something we can afford. We can't afford right now to, with our resources depleted like they are, and supply chain issues, we can't afford to piss off China. We can't afford to get into a war. And there's a lot of, well, let's just call it industries such as, let's just call them the military industrial complex that really benefit from war, with a lot of politicians who benefit from it. I recommend looking into Dick Cheney and Halliburton for an example. We just can't. It's just the realization. We can't afford to go alone. The United States is no longer as powerful as we once were. We don't have the allies we once did, because we've done a pretty good job of alienating said allies. So I'm just throwing this out there. I'm trying to be a voice of reason where reason seems to be a thing of the past, really. Let me know what you think. Later.